Hey guys, in this video I want to show how we can figure out if a trace point is on one side of a plane or the other. So for this example I'm using my climbing project, and I needed this for my trace of the feet because I needed to figure out if my foot was on the front of the wall or inside the wall. So since the inclination here changes, normally the foot would go into the wall. As we can see here, it's actually sticking to the wall. So if I turn off the IK, this is where it would end up. So my logic needs to figure out if the foot point is inside the wall or kind of on the back side of the wall or still in front of the wall. So we can definitely do this in an easy way, just to make one trace line going from that exact point of the foot and see if we have an initial hit. And if we have that, we will pull out a trace point and try and trace again a little bit further out. But that's going to require two traces. So also just to introduce a little bit of math, so this is actually going to be a short tip. I'm going to show another way we can do this, and actually just show the theory behind this. So we have two vectors. So A is the impact point of our trace, and B is the foot point of our ball joint. So I want to figure out if this B point is which side of the impact point it is. So first we get the difference between B and A, and then we since we make a trace, we automatically get the normal of the impact point. So if we take the dot product of these two up here and the normal of the impact point, if the dot product is greater than 0, then we are in front of the wall with the foot. So that's the theory behind this. I'm just gonna drag that out. So the implementation inside Unreal looks like this. I have collapsed some stuff here onto a macro just to clean up a little bit. But the foot trace points are found just so I can reuse some stuff here. I give it an IK joint, which I want to trace from. And I use that to find my socket location. So that's going to be my bone location. So that's the original location. So the starting point I want to trace from is 1 minus the trace distance. And the trace distance I'm giving it in this case is 50 units. I could actually just remove this one, but I like to have it exposed out here so I can twig it easily. So this is the point a bit further away from the foot, and I trace 200 units forward again from that same socket location. So that's going to give me my two trace points. So once that trace has run, and if I hit something, actually if I don't hit anything, I just follow the FK animation just by setting an IK stuff some here, like here. But if it hits, which it hopefully should, I can see I have the A minus B here. So I have the impact point minus the bone location B. So if we drag that in here just for reference, this is A, the impact point, and B as the bone foot point location. And then I take the dot product here between that difference and the normal, and say if 0 is less than that, just invert it so it, otherwise I would have to drag it to the bottom. Yeah, well, it just looked nicer, but it's basically the same. So I determine if I'm in front or behind, and if I'm in front, I just use the I pick the bone location, feeds in here, and if it's inside the wall, then I use the impact point of the wall, the trace hit. That's what this does, and that's basically it. So it makes it way more simple than the right foot, which I have here. Hopefully you can see that it's a bit more compact. And to be honest, I have actually 3 traces down here because I did some adjustments. So in fact, I only have 2, so it would only go to about here, but it's still gonna cut it down quite a bit. So I hope this will prove useful if you need to figure out which side of a plane a point is. So thank you for watching, and hope it was useful. Bye bye.